Silva, but Brighton come away cleanly, and they're on the good attack here, Brighton. They've got 5 men up in support against City's 5 in defence. Lamptey on the right side, pulls it back, clears by Ruben Diaz, only as far as Gundogan, still in the penalty box. He's fouled Gundogan, and the referee gives a free kick just outside our own penalty box. You say, I think that was Bernardo who was doing that. Good defensive by Ruben Diaz, just to get a touch in, just to clear it as far as he can, with a bit of a weak, tame effort at clearing it. It was Tau, however you pronounce his name, Teo Tau, and Kevin De Bruyne's ball all the way through. Phil Foden, oh, he just beat into it by the defender there for Brighton. And it is, hang on, it looks like, is it a free kick or a penalty? The referee's given something here. Not sure what he's giving it for. Ball over the top by Kevin De Bruyne. Kick out there. Oh, I'm not sure what that's for. They got a touch to that, the Brighton player, and goes all the way through to the goalkeeper. I think they're casting that as a pass back. Ooh. Now that is very interesting. I think the referee's given a free kick in the Brighton penalty box for a pass back to the keeper. That is a very, very harsh decision, that. It was a good interception, a good block by Webster, I think it was. And the referees deemed it as a pass back. How very, very strange. And it's a free kick in the penalty box for City. About halfway into the penalty box, just to the left-hand side of the goalkeeper's goal. The wall that Brighton are allowed to put out is literally a yard out from the goal. It was only a yard out from the goal between the goalkeeper and his wall. This is going to be very, very interesting. Keeper lining up, the wall is just going to stretch as far as they can in front of the goal. Trossard's getting down on the ground to block any under the wall shot, but he's got back up to his feet. Referee's still messing about here. He's claiming the line being rubbed off here. He's not happy about the players standing over the line. It's taken a long time, this. Referee doesn't really know what they're doing. The players don't really know what they're doing. He's giving it now. Free kick set to be taken. Kevin De Bruyne. Brighton wall, a yard out from the goal. Referee blows his whistle. Bernardo Silva almost touches the ball. He lays it off. Kevin De Bruyne with a shot straight into the first man. And it's out to Riyad Mahrez, who's forced off the ball, and it ends up being a goal kick after all that. Like the idea, Bernardo Silva getting a little knock for Kevin De Bruyne, but I really would have thought Kevin De Bruyne might have just had a smash at that first time round. But it hit the first defender in Yahambash, I think it is. I'm not sure who's playing for Brighton, so I think that was Yahambash. And it ends up going out for a goal kick as Mahrez couldn't control it with his chest and he knocked it out of play. But Brighton take the short goal kick, under pressure a lot from City. And City win back the ball cleanly. Mahrez, many men up in support for City. Bernardo Silva running into the penalty box, lays it off to João Cancelo. If he can find a cutback, he does. Cleared away by Brighton. Only as far as Zinchenko heads it down to Phil Foden out on the left of the penalty box. Plays it back further to Rodri. Looking for that side ball pass to John Stones. He finds John Stones, who plays it back to Ruben Diaz, and he's going to be forced all the way back to Zach Steffen in goal. Edison in goal, should I say. Got so used to having Zach Steffen in the goal recently, I completely forgot about Edison as part of the team. Here is Edison on the ball, clearance well far up the pitch. Phil Foden has been pulled left, right and centre. He doesn't win the ball, and Brighton are able to come away, but Rodri wins back possession for City, and it's Bernardo Silva. Phil Foden on the left-hand side. Bernardo Silva's making an overlapping run if Phil Foden wants to find him. Instead, he pulls it back to Zinchenko, left-back position. Pushing further up, back to Phil Foden. Sidestepping inwards, lets it off to Bernardo Silva, who's a bit further ahead of him. Pulls it back. Tries to find Phil Foden, but instead keeps the ball. Lays it infield to John Stones. Nice crossed ball. Riyad Mahrez, right-hand side, just on the edge of the penalty box. Left-footed ball into Kevin De Bruyne, who's opening up for space. Tries to curl it. Good block with the head by the defender. And Tao's able to come away with the ball under pressure from Zinchenko. Zinchenko goes down, and now Tao's got acres of space to run. He's not utilising that space, but he plays the ball infield. Now Brighton have got many support. 3 back for City, 4 in attack for Brighton in the penalty box. Trossard tries to pull it back. Ruben Diaz gets the touch of his knee, and Ederson catches it gracefully. So City have the possession back again. So 31.5 minutes played. Still remains 0-0. It's been a bit of a scrappy game, so to speak. So to say, even. And now Mahrez is on the ball for City, driving forward, which you like to see. Instead, he pulls it back, lays it more infield. João Cancelo, who was further centrally than him, pulls it back, but Brighton are able to come back with the ball and play it all the way back to Sanchez in goal. Good leap by Ilkay Gundogan to win back possession for City from the goal kick. Phil Foden played further up front on the left-hand side. Onside, Phil Foden pulls it back. Ilkay Gundogan. Ball into the box. As far as Riyad Mahrez, he lets it go all the way through as the defender got the last touch, and it will be a corner to City after the last touch came off Dan Burn, the Brighton left-back. Ball in over the top by Ilkay Gundogan. Well onside, Riyad Mahrez. He did well. He concentrated there, Riyad Mahrez, to notice that Burn was going to get a touch on that and let it trickle out for a City corner. So this is City's second corner of the game. Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden coming over to take it. I don't think it'll be a short one. I think it'll be whipped in by Kevin De Bruyne. Whipped in, right-footed. Brighton player goes down, comes out as João Cancelo. Has a shot, hits the first man. Finds Ruben Diaz. If he can control it well, he heads it down. Plays it off the Brighton man and wins another City corner. Well played by Ruben Diaz there. He didn't want to lunge into passing the ball into the box. Just rather control it if he can get a nick off the defender if he can, and he does just that. And it's another corner for City on the far side. Ball played across into Kevin De Bruyne from the corner. Ball over the top. Rodri keeps it in play. Back in field, played by Brighton's defence, only as far as Riyad Mahrez, but the offside flag has been raised as Rodri was deemed to be offside. Very tight call, but a correct call nonetheless. Good idea by Rodri, though, to bring it back in field. Camera panning to Gabriel Jesus, sat in the sidelines with his hood up, jacket on. Who can blame him? It's blooming chilly out there tonight. Raheem Sterling, who's had a good run of games recently, he's only on the bench today. He's warming up, fully kitted up in all the woolly gear, including the bright orange bib. And City get the ball back on their own. Ruben Diaz, across the field of play to Zinchenko, controls it just about enough. Ball over the top, Phil Foden, if he can get into the penalty box, he does. Tries to play the ball into Kevin De Bruyne, ahead of anyone. Ilkay Gundogan tries to control it with a first-time shot. Ball goes under him, but City are able to keep hold of the ball. Here's Ilkay Gundogan now. Lays it out wide to Phil Foden on the left-hand side. It's got men in support Foden, but he pulls it back to Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne with a few side steps, brings it infield. Mahrez was there to try and get the touch, but it came off one of the Brighton defenders, and it goes out for another City corner. It was Bernardo. The ball over across the field of play by Kevin De Bruyne was well worked. Mahrez was there to tap it in if he could get there, but Bernardo was able to clear it out for another City corner. So this is City's third corner in the last 5 minutes. It's short one taken by Phil Foden to Bernardo Silva. Left-footed to Riyad Mahrez. Left-footed ball whipped into the box. John Stones at the head. Over and out. It actually took a nick off, I think that's Webster. It is Webster, Brighton's defender, and goes out for another City corner. City are piling on the pressure on that Brighton defence, but they just can't find that goal. Kevin De Bruyne, after short corner taken. Bernardo Silva, the ball crossfield of plays. Zinchenko pulls it back to João Cancelo. Ball over the top by João Cancelo, trying to find Ruben Diaz, who was onside, but Ruben Diaz just gets there. In fact, I thought it went out of play, but here's Kevin De Bruyne. Infield to Rodri. Lays it off to Ilkay Gundogan if he can line up a shot. No, lays it off to Phil Foden in the penalty box. Riyad Mahrez into the penalty box. If he can cross it in, he can't beat the first man. Good challenge. And Brighton are able to come away with the ball now with number 10 clearing it well. Only as far as Zinchenko gets a touch, but he can't control it. And Tao's able to pass the ball back for Brighton's possession. Now Brighton under pressure again, but are able to come away with the ball. It's 24 for Brighton. And Ruben Diaz closes it up. And Roger on the ball. Kevin De Bruyne. Ball through to Bernardo Silva. Can't control it. Had too much pressure on it. Ilkay Gundogan winning the ball back for City. Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden into the penalty box. Ball crossed in. Headed down by Webster, I believe. And Brighton are able to clear once again. City, they're getting the attack right. The runs are right. Everyone's playing the ball great. It's just that final pass and that attempted pass to get a shot away that's not working out for them there. Ball played back. Ruben Diaz. Manages to find João Cancelo under a bit of pressure from Tau. João Cancelo looking for that forward ball. Instead he plays it off to John Stones. Further up the field to Mahrez, who plays a very strange ball, a lofted ball, over to Ruben Diaz, who able to control well despite under pressure from the Brighton attacker. Bernardo Silva plays Phil Foden out on the left-hand side. Into the penalty box, Phil Foden, left-footed, whipped in, over the keeper, over everyone. The Brighton man's going to get there first under pressure for Riyad Mahrez. He pulls it back, heading towards goal. Trossard with the ball over the top. Dan Burn lays it off to Bernardo, who just smashes it forward and hopes to clear the ball. And he does find Tau, but Tau can't control it under pressure from John Stones. And Rodri is able to play the ball to Ruben Diaz back into City's possession once again. Interesting first half so far. It seems to be all City. Well, it is all City. Brighton are just lucky to clear the ball as far as they can, but City just haven't got any end product. When they do have the end products, they're either lacking in that clinicalness, or it's just not there. It's a bit lacklustre up front. But Zinchenko wins back the ball for City, lays it off Phil Foden. In the penalty box, Phil Foden takes a touch, but he's forced out by the Brighton man, and it goes out for a goal kick to Brighton. Any luck, Tom?
Just talking to Facebook now, pal.
Ah, right.
Yeah, so basically what's happened is someone's reported that the video that we're playing is basically the live stream that we're doing has been a copyright infringement, which it's obviously not. We own all the data that we've put on there, etc., etc. There's no reason why it would be. All I can
go in the game or anything like that.
No. All I can think of is that somebody. There must be a bot working for this company somewhere, and they've seen the Man City versus Brighton Premier League and just automatically assumed it's a live stream. And
think it's illegal stream.
Yeah. So hopefully, we'll talk to Facebook and get it resolved very, very, very soon.
It's amazing how many people decide to report instead of finding out for themselves. Anyway, Brighton, good possession on the left-hand side. Ball whipped into our penalty box, cleared well by Roger, I believe that was, out for a Brighton corner. You clapping? Good lad. Here's a Brighton corner, which you're taking the time to take. 40 minutes played. Scoreline remains 0-0. Brighton have a corner. Lewis Dunk's in there. It's good in the air, especially when it comes to corners, or 6'3" or 4 of him, whichever one it is. Tau and Trossard standing over the ball. Trossard with the ball in. Ederson goes and claims it well. Ederson throws it out like a netball throw to Kevin De Bruyne, who is starting off a very dominant attack by City here. Phil Foden, right-hand side. Almost gets to the penalty box. Kevin De Bruyne picks it up, and he has a shot straight at the keeper, who parries it out for a corner. Great City attack. That is one brilliant counter-attack. Throw by Ederson was just inch perfect for Kevin De Bruyne, who just takes it so far up to the halfway line, feeds Phil Foden out on the right-hand side, does well Phil Foden, almost beats the first man in the penalty box. Brighton get the blocking, but Kevin De Bruyne is fastest to pounce on the loose ball. He takes into the penalty box on the right-hand side, has a shot, and Sanchez has to parry it out for another City corner, which Kevin De Bruyne is set to take. Eventually, Kevin De Bruyne with a ball whipped in. Bernardo, Rodri, Ilkay Gundogan, one of them. The first man there has a shot, and it ends up being well wide of the goal. Poor shot by Ilkay Gundogan. In fact, it was very wide of the goal. I don't think he quite knew his bearings there when he ran onto that ball. It was a bit of a strange ball whipped in, to be fair, by Kevin De Bruyne, who wins back the ball for City high up the pitch. Bernardo Silva can't get there. Brighton almost clear, but Ilkay Gundogan gets a touch. Bernardo Silva keeps the ball in play, left-hand side, running into the penalty box, pulls it back, under pressure. He's got no one really supporting or making any runs, but Kevin De Bruyne is there, picks up the pass by Bernardo Silva, lays it infield to Rodri, under pressure finds John Stones, and John Stones just decides to play it back to Zinchenko. Under pressure from Tau again, very quick Tau, but Zinchenko is quicker and finds Ruben Diaz for a bit of safety, who plays out wide to John Stones. Forward ball by Riyad Mahrez, who's been a bit lacklustre so far, and nothing's really come off of Mahrez so far. Especially in the terms of attack, he's yet to beat the first man in any attack he's been involved in. Here he is on the ball again. Great ball through to find João Cancelo, who's in a penalty box, and Dan Burn only just clears it out for another City corner. I think this is the 6th City corner in this first half. Great ball by Riyad Mahrez to find João Cancelo. He just can't do enough, but great defending. I think it was Dan Burn who has to knock it out for a City corner. Better safe than sorry for Brighton there. But it's Phil Foden to take the corner. Riyad Mahrez standing in his way. I think it might be a short one. He's backed off Mahrez. Phil Foden, ball whipped in, deep. Brighton clear it with the header. João Cancelo lays it off to Zinchenko, finds Ilkay Gundogan, plays it back to Zinchenko. Forward ball out wide to Rodri, who's playing more left wing at the moment. Got Kevin De Bruyne making a left wing run. Ball in by Rodri, cleared well by Burn. Rodri keeps the ball in City's possession. Kevin De Bruyne on the left-hand side. Ball whipped in. Cleared well for another City corner, is that? No, the keeper just gets there in time and claims the ball for himself. So it's all City coming into the end of this first half, but yet no breakthrough. Here come Brighton now on the ball. Over Burns, forced all the way back under pressure from Bernardo Silva. Interesting to read the comments of what Pep Guardiola was saying before the game, that City are where they are right now because they're running a lot less than normal, which is interesting, but you can understand the sentiment about it. You know, we'd rather sit back, win the ball, have a little bit of passing play until we find that breakthrough, or play on the counter-attack, which, you know, it makes sense. Our counter-attacks have got a bit of charge about them now. We have a bit of fear factor when it comes to our attacks. Ruben Diaz winning the ball back for City beautifully there as the ball by Brighton was played short. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva back to Kevin De Bruyne. Forward ball to Phil Foden, who's in space, has a right shot, and it's in the back of the net. Phil Foden has put Manchester City 1-0 up on the 44th minute. Great ball there. Finding Phil Foden, takes it onto his right foot. It was a really, really weak shot by Phil Foden, but the keeper was caught out as he thought it was going to be a played across to him, dives to his left, and a ball tips into the right-hand side of the goal. And Phil Foden knocks Manchester City 1-0 up a minute before the break. Just seeing the replay here. Kevin De Bruyne, forward ball to Phil Foden, takes a touch, has space, time to think, time to look up, has a shot with his weaker right foot, and it is in the back of the net. I think it did take a touch off the defender. You've seen a replay, right foot. No touch off the defender. It was a nice clean shot in the end, actually. It was a tame shot by Phil Foden, but it was inch perfect, and it just found the back of the net into the corner. Manchester City 1, Brighton 0 as we approach the half-time plus added time. Nice thing to hear, eh, Tom?
Absolutely fantastic, pal.
Well, Brighton looking to get straight back onto it. As Bernardo's far onto the left-hand side, under pressure, Rodri wins back the ball for City. Under pressure again, Rodri clears it well, finds Kevin De Bruyne. Tackle from behind, it is a foul by the Brighton man on Kevin De Bruyne. It's only a minute of added time to play. Nice to go into the break, 1-0 up, hopefully, if it remains that way. All due it should do. It was Ben White with the foul on Kevin De Bruyne, stood on the back of his right ankle. Didn't look much in there, but Kevin De Bruyne is in a bit of discomfort. Pep Guardiola's telling his team, just concentrate, keep your eyes open. We're caught out on the attack there. And Phil Foden, Tom, has just become City's top scorer in all competitions this year with that goal. 10 seconds of added on time to play. Brighton play it all the way back to goalkeeper under pressure from Phil Foden. Headed clear by the Brighton defender. Tau can't control then. The referee blows his whistle for half-time. City go into the break, 1-0 to the good, thanks to Phil Foden with his very tame right-footed shot for a left-footed player. Finds the back of the net, goalkeeper caught out, and City go into the break, 1-0 to the good. That's what we like to see. Those especially on YouTube, because I don't think we're on Facebook just yet. Let me know what you think of the game so far. Who's been the standout man? Phil Foden, maybe your standout man. Kevin De Bruyne is finding his rhythm in the game. However, Phil Foden right now is having a brilliant, brilliant game right now. And of course, like I said about a minute ago, Phil Foden has become City's top scorer in all competitions so far this season. So it's amazing for a lad that hasn't really played much this season compared to most. He's our top scorer in all competitions, which is great to see. You know, he's finding the back of the net on the times he's been given. Pep Guardiola's starting to have a bit more faith and a bit more trust in him. This is his 4th straight game now. And yeah, let me know what you think, Blues. I can't see the comments, but I'm sure Tom will let me know when he has a chance to. He's trying to get us back up and running on Facebook, hopefully for the second half. See if I can get YouTube up to read the comments. Let me. But yeah, who's been your standout performer so far then, Blues? Let me know. Subscription. Manchester is blue. Live. Hello, Jennifer. How are you doing? I know you normally follow on our Facebook Live, but like I said, having a bit of technical issues at the moment, so hopefully we can resolve them and get back on Facebook. Nasir Blue, Phil Foden, you're a beauty. Absolutely. Great finish in the end. It was a tame shot, but hey, if it finds the back of the net, that's all that counts. It's that top left-hand corner of the stats, or in Brighton, BT's predicament, bottom left. But you know, we're still 1-0 to the good, so that's all that matters. Seeing where does that leave us currently in the league? What's the league table, I wonder? So I'm not 100% sure who is playing tonight, so we could possibly be in the top 3 if my my calculations are correct. Still no luck, Tom. I don't think you can hear me. Just getting the tables up now. City are now unbeaten in 7 top-flight matches in a row, which is great news so far. Seeing the table. So as it stands, United are top with 36 points, having played 17 games. Liverpool played 17 games, also sitting second with 33 points. City currently, as it stands with the scoreline against Brighton, 16 games played, so 1 game fewer than both of them. 32 points, so only a point behind Liverpool and 4 points behind United. If we carry on where we are, we'll finish 3rd tonight, depending on results from Spurs, because I believe Spurs are playing tonight as well against Fulham. So Spurs were, unless City score an absolute mega amount of goals tonight, Spurs will be going above us tonight with a win against Fulham. Should they win, that's only if they win. If they draw, they stay in 6th position and City stay 3rd. But with that game in hand, if we win that game in hand over Liverpool, we will go 2 points ahead of them into 2nd and only 1 point behind United, with Liverpool, Manchester United coming up this weekend. So in all reality, we're hoping for a draw between them two, 0-0, hopefully for the best. As long as we get a draw between Liverpool and United. That'll work better for us because then it means we've still got a game in hand on United. Win that game in hand. This is all ifs and buts, obviously. We need to win the games, but if we win that game in hand, we will go 1 point above United into first place, which is absolutely fantastic. But that said, also, we have to keep an eye out for Spurs as well, because Spurs have level games with us. They'll obviously be playing their 17th match tonight, so if they win that, like I said, they'll go above us on the same points, but having played a game more. So fingers crossed our games in hand come on, play off well. Just be interesting if we can capitalise on that and get some get these wins under our belt. A lot of people say we should get 18 points out of the next 18. Theoretically, could go either way. It's football at the end of the day. Statistically and favourability wise, you'd expect City to get 18 points out of 18 over the next few fixtures. But as I say, it's football. You never know. You never know. Just see if anybody else has put any comments down on YouTube. Not just yet. No, look, Tom. I don't think he can hear me. He's got his headphones out, I think. We're not winning in terms of the Facebook. Well, yeah, just seeing that finish again by Phil Foden, it was probably one of the weakest shots you'll see that finds the back of the net. But hey, it found the back of the net. That's all that matters. Highest touches in for City today. Oh, the passes should have stayed. Zinchenko with 52, Diaz with 50, and then John Stones with 39. Pass accuracy. Ben White is the only player on the pitch tonight with 100% pass accuracy. Tackles, interceptions, all Brighton players. Bernardo, Burn and Dunk. Chances created. Kevin De Bruyne 2, Foden 2, and Ilkay Gundogan with 1. Distance covered. Rodri has covered the most distance, 6.3 kilometres, with Proper and Foden both running an equal amount of 6 kilometres each. So it's not a very fast-paced, everywhere running type match, but hey, we're winning 1-0. That's all that matters. Yeah, he still can't hear me, Tom, so... Someone's got this copy of which don't be fixed today. So frustrating. Is it just not letting us go live at all, pal? Anybody? How big your name is, though? See if I can get through to him on the messages. Might help. Sorry about the lacking commentary. Those who are watching YouTube, I can't really see the comments. They're not coming up. Normally, I get a lot of comments come through, and then I'll be able to talk. But I think Tom can hear me now, can you?
Yeah, some thunderfucker over in South Africa decided it was a good idea to put a copyright complaint against our live watch-along.
Who did that, sorry?
Just a company in South Africa thought we were infringing copyright law and put a complaint against us to pull us down, and we are pulled down on Facebook for the foreseeable. Unbelievable. So I've put I put a complaint in. I've emailed the company that's done it, asking the question why. And I spoke to Facebook, and they've kind of you have to get in touch with them and see what they say. So for the time being, we're going to direct everyone through to Facebook. So you have to give me a couple of minutes, mate. I'm going to post out on Facebook and get everyone through to our YouTube, where they can watch us on there. Unbelievable, just like that. Just like that.
It's amazing how to do that, isn't it? You get one report and Facebook just shut you down without any consideration of what the report's about. Probably just looked at the title and thought, hey, up, illegal streaming.
Yeah, to say I'm pissed off would be a massive understatement.
Oh dear.
I'm also blocked from creating any new content, so if any of the other... Can you put a post on, mate? I can't put anything on.
Yeah, sure, mate, yeah.
Do you want me to write it for you?
Pardon?
Do you want me to write it for you and you can put it on?
Yeah, do that. Yeah, send it through Messenger. I'll put it on the post. So what? They just blocked you personally from the page, your own page.
Exactly. Anyway, let's move on.
Might be an issue. Oh dear.
So what was that goal like, mate? I saw it went in. Tell me about it.
It's what, sorry?
Tell me about the goal.
The goal?
Are you struggling to hear me?
I think it's my laptop, to be fair.
Yeah. What happened? Tell me about the lead up.
It was a well-worked goal in the end. There was a nice little bit of passive play between Foden, Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne picked up the ball on the left-hand side, and you saw Phil Foden running through. Instead of cutting into the penalty box, Phil Foden was making a across the box on the edge of the penalty box run, and Kevin De Bruyne played a great ball through to find him. And instead of cutting in through the defenders and letting the ball run through and then finding the ball behind, Phil Foden took a touch with his right foot to knock it over to his right, and it just opened up. There was no defender between him and the goal, bar obviously the goalkeeper. And he was just in acres of space just to get a tame shot away. I mean, it was with his right foot. He's a left-footed player, of course, and it is the weakest shot you'll ever come across. But you can definitely tell he meant every inch of that. And yeah, it just trickled into the corner of the net. And yeah, it was a well-deserved goal, it has to be said. I don't know if you heard me, but Phil Foden is now City's top goal scorer in all competitions this season.
Is he really? God, you gotta love that lad, aren't you?
I'll say though, it's amazing how amazing it's that's come about, because it seems like he's hardly played this year.
I know, it's bonkers, isn't it, to think that people often thought that. People always thought, didn't they? Right, let me get this message sent to you. Have I ever sent that?
But no, a very well-deserved goal.
I'll watch the highlights of it in a moment. Just want to get this sent. Dan, I've just posted that for you now, pal.
Right, see you. Copy.
Right then. Oh, what a cracking finish that is by Phil Foden. Brilliant, that. I need to change this, don't I?
Well worked. He meant every minute, every inch of that.
I need to change in. Yeah, Scotty Martin, just to let you know, pal, somebody put a complaint in for copyright infringement for our live watch-along tonight. So, yeah, we've been taken down for the foreseeable. I've sent all the messages to Facebook just to say, hey up, what you doing, dickhead? Put us back on. Obviously, in a lot nicer ways than that. So, yeah, that's one thing I can pretty much guarantee. It won't be something that's done overnight. So, we'll have to wait and see for the foreseeable till that comes back on. But we're still live and kicking on Periscope, on Instagram, on YouTube. Yeah, they are, mate. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So that's when my face is red. Fuming, I am. I don't look it, but If I had a cat, I'd be kicking it at the minute. Unbelievable.
Oh dear. Well, this will cheer you up. The players are coming out for
Come
the
on,
second.
City. I want a fucking hammering from these guys now. Come on.
Fair. I never thought I'd say it, but we're cheering Fulham on later as well.
Who's
They'll
Fulham
be they'll be away at Spurs. All teams. If Spurs win tonight, unless City score a handful of goals in the second half, if Spurs were to win 1-0 tonight, they go above us in the league, having played a game more. But if Spurs were to lose, we stay in third position with a game in hand over United and Liverpool. Interesting times.
Crikey. Well done, Scotty Martin, having the initiative to come over to Facebook. Thanks, pal. Yeah, we've just put a message, or Dan has just put a message out on Facebook now just to tell people that's where we are if they want to watch us. Very, very, very frustrating situation that we're in. Really annoying, actually. But onwards and upwards, there's nothing we can do about it. This is what technology is all about. And we go again. Any changes? No changes this second half. We're going straight back into it, aren't we? Come on, Blues.
Do. With City on the ball. There we go. So, yeah, I think... Oh, God, everything's kicking off now. Lovely. So, yeah, I'm expecting much the same this second half, but with a bit more clinicalness. That first half was sloppy in front of goal. We were doing all the passing right. We were doing all the possession right. Every defending was great. The final balls were there. Just finding the back of the net wasn't. And I saw the replay of Kevin De Bruyne's attempt, one-on-one with the keeper. Granted, like you said, he was only 4 yards out, but should be doing better there for me, Kev. He's done it enough recently, hitting the goalkeeper instead of finding the back of the net. As Brighton are in the penalty box now, on the turn, lays it off. Ruben Diaz on the head, not obtained clearance by John Stones. Ball played all the way into the graceful arms of Ederson, who looks like he's growing a whole face of hair. He's just all just shot out. It's Gundogan on the ball, infield to Rodri. Laid off to João Cancelo, who's played a bit more centrally tonight. Finds Kevin De Bruyne, who's starting a City attack well. We had Bernardo Silva on the far side. Mahrez is now playing centre forward for the time being. Bernardo Silva can't get a ball in. Lays it off to Kevin De Bruyne. Whips in off the head of the defender into the penalty box. Cleared away by Ben White, I think it is. Phil Foden. Infield to Ruben Diaz, who's further up the pitch than Kevin De Bruyne right now, who's on the ball. Bernardo Silva. Edging into the right-hand side of the penalty box, pulls it back to João Cancelo. Tries to get the ball in, skips past one, skips past two, lays it off to Bernardo Silva. Pulls it back to Kevin De Bruyne, plays it all the way back to John Stones near the centre circle. Immediately feeds the ball all the way back to Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo, pull back. Can't get that shot here. He gets the ball in, but only finds a Brighton defender, and which Brighton are able to clear. But one back by Kevin De Bruyne, Riyad Mahrez, Ilkay Gundogan, Phil Foden, edge of the penalty box, Gundogan again, Foden. Left field play to Zinchenko, almost decided to whip the ball, but in, played it forward to Phil Foden, plays it back to Zinchenko, finds Ilkay Gundogan. It's a nice bit of across the... it's almost like a semicircle approach to City. We're crouching into the corners of the penalty box, but no direct ball in and just passing it around. Nice little bit of passive play and possession play. But finding that pass, Bernardo Silva doing well there, skipping past two Brighton defenders and keeping hold of the ball. Finding Zinchenko, edge of the penalty box again, lays it out wide to Phil Foden, pulls it back to Zinchenko. Phil Foden once again, and he's forced all the way back to Ruben Diaz near the east.
Got a question for you, Dan. Where's Messi going to fit into this bench then?
Well, you called it right, the bench.
He's not getting the first team at the minute, is he? We're not signing Messi. Forget that. Do not ruin a Wednesday night for me. We are not signing Messi. That's all. It'll be the downfall of City. I guarantee you. And it's Mahrez. I'd rather have Mahrez than Messi, put it that way. Come on, Mahrez, lad. Come on, bit of special now. And he gives it away. Bloody hell.
It does go out for a City corner, though. But no, not taking anything away from Messi being a world-class player. A lot of people misjudge me on that. A lot of people seem to think I hate Messi and I think he's rubbish. I don't. I think he is world-class. He's a great player. He'll just be going against every ethos that City hold dear, especially our owners. You know he's going to be paid more than any player in our club. You know, he'll arrive on a free transfer, granted. Ball whipped in by Kevin De Bruyne from the corner. Headed up in the air by Webster. Webster again. Phil Foden with a shot. Rebounded back to Okay Gundogan. Still in the penalty box, but he's able to trickle it out. Wrong way, lad. Infield to Rodri. Further infield to Kevin De Bruyne. A ball over the top. Trying to find Phil Foden. Phil Foden's highest. Header straight to the goalkeeper of Sanchez. But no, going back to Messi.
You'd have Haaland over him, wouldn't you? I'm getting very much into the camp at the minute that I am Team Haaland. I think we've got to have somebody of that ilk rather than a Messi at the moment. I think it'd be yeah. I know what you mean. The business plan we've got in place, the business plan we've got there. I think it'll be. I love Messi. I'd love to City to sign Messi, obviously, but
see, you say Haaland fits into City's sort of transfer plans and what have you, the money and everything involved. Does he? Do you reckon Dortmund will let him go for anything less than 80 million?
Honestly, mate, I don't know. In the grand scheme of things, if a player's got hasn't he got a release clause?
I think that comes into effect June next year or this year.
So then there's the negotiation pitch from City. Say, well, we'll give him. Say, how much is the release clause?
63 million, I think.
So if City said to him, right, we'll give you 80 million, that's 17 more million than what you're going to get next year, what would Dortmund say?
Sure, well,
they'd probably tell us to sod off still, because he's worth 17 million quid more in goals probably to them. But you see where I'm going, don't you? There's plenty of leeway there for us. There's plenty of opportunities there for us.
With Dortmund, sorry, should I say? There's the one thing that swears into City's favour is they're a selling club. That's Dortmund's ethos. That they can have world class players. There's only one world class player Dortmund have successfully kept over the years, and that's Marco Reus. He hasn't moved anywhere. But this summer just been they set a price on Sancho. United didn't meet that price. He didn't move. You know for a fact they'll set a price on Sancho again and other teams will come into it. Haaland will be the same. All the players will be the same, you know. But City have got two fronts in which they can tackle it on, because obviously that release clause comes into play in June this year or next year. But also, because they've got Sancho, we have the option to negotiate Sancho's sell-on clause, which is 15 million. No matter how much he goes for, into the Haaland transfer. So, say his release clause is 60 odd mil, that theoretically could still be used as an advantage for City, but because it's cost a release clause, there may be terms and negotiations around that in terms of future sales of Haaland.
Yeah.
Which will affect it, because if its release clause is written in contract, no matter what price we negotiate with Dortmund, if we were to trigger that release clause, it has to be that. So Dortmund could still hold out for 80 million and then still feed it off to get that 15 million off us through Sancho. So in essence, we'll still be paying Haaland's wages, so to speak.
Yeah.
Not wages, his release clause. Phil Foden into the penalty box. Phil Foden, or tackle last minute by Ben Webster.
What you're a couple of seconds ahead of me, pal. What are you on now?
53.05.
Oh, you're 5 seconds ahead.
Ooh, only 5.
That's a big difference. Cancelo's playing that deep line midfield position again, isn't he? Inverted midfield.
Bill Guardiola was on about it, wasn't he? He said it's a position he wants to try him out more, isn't it? It's a bit like the Bernardo scenario. Phil Foden gets in the penalty box, he pushed off the ball, he goes down looking for the penalty, you'd have to say there.
Oh,
Did you have a shout?
Soft, that. It was soft. I think if it was a Liverpool player, it would be a penalty, or a United player. I think it was soft, to be honest.
Oh, it'd be a red card if it was Liverpool, wouldn't it? Same with United. Be a red card for about three Brighton players there if it was Liverpool or United, and a penalty.
Right,
It's quite nice having a full half and 10 minutes into a game. So what's that? That's 55 minutes without VAR introduced once in this game. Seems like a rarity.
It's a very good point, that, isn't it? Quite a lot of people saying, is that a penalty?
There was contact, yes, and I know a lot of people argue the case of there's contact. It's a penalty. Ball whipped in by Brighton, cleared by João Cancelo out for a corner on the far side to Brighton, as David Proper was in there to try and find. I think it was Bernardo on the far side for Brighton, not our Bernardo. And it goes out for a Brighton corner.
Listen,
there was enough.
No, I'm going to say the Cancelo awareness of situation is Cancelo is brilliant. I love Cancelo. I think he's done fantastically well.
Absolutely.
So
It'll be interesting to see how City approach this because Dunk's a lanky sod, so's Webster. Ball whipped in, great ball in fact, headed clear by Rodri, out for Proper, shot straight into the arms of Ederson in goal. Ederson looks to clear it straight away. He does find Phil Foden on the halfway line on the left wing side. Phil Foden does a couple of excellent skill by Phil Foden, and he goes down and wins the free kick. You look at the skill by Foden.
Oh, nice, Phil, like that, yeah, and he just got muscled off.
Beautiful. Two turns on the ball there and wins a free kick on top. He's having a great game tonight, is Phil Foden. Great game tonight.
Doing well, isn't he? Doing well, that lad. Gotta love Phil Foden.
It's amazing how a good run of fixtures consecutive game after game. It's amazing how much confidence and ability and form comes into play.
Oh, I love it.
Surprisingly enough, I'm not drinking tonight and I still can't get my words out.
You done all that? You done all that up to now?
I'm on the coke tonight. It's good for you. You should try it.
Coke?
Coke. Here's Ilkay Gundogan in the penalty box. Left-hand side. Tries to pull back to Mahrez. Rebound off the defender, but he is offside, Ilkay Gundogan, so nothing will count from further on anyway. So 56 minutes played. City 1, Brighton 0. Do you reckon there'll be any early second half changes for City?
Oh, let me think. I think we're losing out a little bit up front. I think we're not having as many chances as we'd like. I've just had a re-watching the Phil Foden goal. It's a no-look goal, that, you know. Brilliant little finish, that. Do I think there'll be any changes? Let me just see who's on the bench. Let me go from there, pal. I'll be back to you in a second. So on the bench, we've got Walker, Sterling, Jesus, Stefan, Torres, Mendy, Fernandinho, Howard, Bellis and Betts. Do you know what? I'd love to see Torres play. I'd love to see Torres come on. KDB won't come off. I think there's more chance of Foden coming off than Mahrez because Pep has a knack of doing that when he probably shouldn't do.
I don't know. It might be one of them first games. I think Phil Foden will still get another 90 minutes here.
Do you think so?
Pardon?
Do you think so?
Say that again, sorry.
So do you think so?
Yeah, he's probably been our best player on the pitch tonight. Him and Kevin De Bruyne are fighting out for the man of the match so far for me. Bernardo Silva's gone a bit quiet. Here's Mahrez over the top though in the penalty box. 1-on-1 with the keeper. That's a shot! Oh, just wide. Left-hand side of the post. Great run by Riyad Mahrez there. It was an argument. He might have just been offside. Great touch. Finds the ball right in front of his feet. Perfectly weighted ball over the top. Oh, he's just onside. And he has a shot. Beats the keeper. Beats the post and out for a goal kick. What do you reckon of that?
So close. He took the ball really well there, and I tell you what, it was about a foot away. He's got to be hitting the target there, pal. I know he's going for the precision placement. Here
comes Mahrez now. Ilkay Gundogan. Shot. Great save by the keeper. Out back to Bernardo Silva. Takes a shot. Shot again. Oh, he's hit the corner of the goal. Ilkay Gundogan. Ball back in, and it goes out for a goal kick.
Oh, hit the upright. What a chance. What is going on? What an opportunity that was. Come on, City. The momentum's going.
Oh, it's all 6s and 7s in terms of attacks now. We just can't see the second goal. Great chance by Bernardo Silva to keep the ball alive there. It's the top left-hand corner of the posts. Crossbar and the post itself. Rebounds back into play. Okay, Gundogan tries his best to play the ball back in field. He just can't angle it in. And it goes out for a goal kick, in which Brighton have already taken. There's got to be another goal in this early on, you've got to think.
It's got to be. I think City are really on top at the minute. I think we just need to be really tight at the back. And obviously Brighton going to have their opportunities, which we need to stifle out. Here come Brighton again on the right-hand wing. I think this is Tau, is it, a new lad from South Africa?
Yeah.
Does well to cut inside between Zinchenko and Diaz. Ball's gone out to them. He's going to have a shot. Oh, I tell you what, he's not far away. We need to be careful. We need to be careful. It only takes one goal for them to get back in it and to make it 1-1. We need to capitalise on our opportunities and score and get it 2-0 as soon as possible.
Absolutely.
Come on, boys.
That McAllister's a great little player as well. He's an Argentinian lad. And I'm surprised. He signed for Brighton about 2 or 3 years ago. He was out on loan, I think, last year. Or maybe the season before. And he's only about 21, 22, and he's a really talented attacking midfielder. I'm surprised not many other big teams have come calling on his name yet. He really will make it in the future. He's a great, very talented young lad. I don't know much about this Tau, though. I think that's how you pronounce it. Tau, T-A-U. For Brighton, he's a right winger, I believe.
I think he's more of a forward. I was speaking to the Brighton lads the other day, and they were saying that he's actually been their player for 18 months, but due to visa issues, they've not been able to play him. Yes, the last game he played was their first game he saw him play. So, yeah, they're quite looking forward to watching him. But I don't think they're expecting him world beating status from him. He says that as he scores a worldie against City. Now watch it. Oh, it's freeway. Oh, get it clear. Don't score a worldie.
It's a good clearance in the end, but that was going to be the curse of the commentator there, wasn't it? Mention him in his scars. But I've been impressed with him, whoever he is, either way. That work permit wait was definitely worth the money if he carries on playing like this, because he's put City under a bit of pressure. Ball whipped in. Oh, Davy Proper stretches, and he just can't get there. And City keep the ball in play. Phil Foden. Oh, that's a dirty challenge there. He gets a lot of the ball.
Jesus.
Right, and it goes right through Phil Foden.
That's a yellow card, mate. That's a yellow card. What's he saying? It's not going to be a yellow card, ref. He's walking over to the linesman to say, you saw that. That wasn't a dirty challenge. Mate, it was. That was horrible. There's definitely a yellow card. There'd be no complaints there.
See, the replay. I want to see that again. Ball whipped in was very dangerous by Brighton. We've got to keep our eye out for that. Just see the replay here. Phil Foden on the ball. Ooh, he just lunges in, doesn't he? Veltman, yeah. The Dutchman. Formerly of PSV, I believe.
I think it's time for Jesus, mate. I think it's time
and
for
he is coming on. You've called it. He's literally coming on. Yeah.
Who formed? Oh, he is as well. Come on, Jesus. Jesus.
Who do you reckon it'll be for? Mahrez?
I think Foden.
I'm going for either Mahrez or Bernardo Silva coming off. Probably Bernardo Silva.
He just likes taking Foden off, doesn't it? It just seems like an easy option for him. Hopefully he's giving him enough to do tonight to not do that.
Ball over the top for Brighton. Well headed down by Ruben Diaz, who's just absolutely settled into Manchester, hasn't he? He's just... It's like he's never been part of anything else.
Exactly. Long may it continue.
It's almost as if somebody had a thought of him joining City a long time ago. And I tell you what, whoever had the idea...
Are you going to talk about this every live stream we go through? You predict we signed one player and you're the oracle. Is that the way it works? It was
Torres.
The second one. Who?
Torres.
You didn't predict we'd sign him.
I did. You go back to months worth of podcast before we were even interested in him. He was another one. I didn't big him up as much as Ruben Diaz, but I definitely said we should be going in to sign him.
I believe you.
Yeah, I can hear the lies.
Lies, Tom, lies. Oh,
what are you on about, Ruben Diaz? Does someone make a... I'll stop. I just like to keep bringing it up, you know.
I'd
Anybody?
like a Diaz goal tonight, actually.
Pardon?
I'd like a Diaz goal tonight. That'd be nice.
That's any excuse for me to bring it back up again.
Like a salmon from a corner or a free kick, something tasty. Has Jesus come on yet? He's not yet, has he?
He's not. I still think it'll be Mahrez because Mahrez is playing centre forward at the moment. Bernardo Silva's dropped out to the right. I just think this is more of a game for Bernardo Silva to stay on that energy and that pace full to the 90 minutes because Brighton are finding a bit more of the ball this second half. Mahrez, other than that chance he had about 5 minutes ago, hasn't really done much this second half. It was lively in the first half, don't get me wrong. Couldn't beat the first man, however, but here he is on the ball on the left wing, pulls it back, infield to Rodri. Okay, going in the centre circle, under pressure from Bernardo, finds Zinchenko. Here is Mahrez now on the left wing position, edging forward ever so. Phil Foden plays it back to Rodri. Nothing's really coming off this passing, but it's passing nonetheless.
Well, we're at 65 minutes gone. We're keeping well control of the ball. Possession must be, 65-70% possession to City. I think we're doing well here. A couple of substitutions in the next 10 minutes, I think, to shore things up. But we need that second goal, pal. We can't go into it. Here comes.
Oh, we almost have it! I'll let you run through this.
Oh, sorry. Cancelo danced in between three players, left-footed shot right at the keeper, down to his left knee, parried away.
It's Kevin De Bruyne in the penalty box. Shot, Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, Sanchez gets down well to his right and makes the save. Good shot by Kevin De Bruyne.
Great shot by Kevin. I tell you what, this goal's coming, lads. This goal's coming, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, City.
You say that now, Brighton are on the attack.
Come on, yeah. Hopefully not for them.
Ball played in behind. Trossard up there, pulls it back. He's got many support, but he's pulled it back all the way to number 34. I think that's Veltman.
I tell you what, I'd love to know how much ground Cancelo gets through in one game. He's everywhere. He's doing so well. He must do 11, 12k every match. Must do.
Funnily enough, after that first half, Rodri had run the furthest all game so far in that first half of 6.3 kilometres.
Who's that? Sorry, Rodri?
Rodri covered the most ground.
That doesn't surprise me.
Camera just pans to your man Cancelo now. I think they're obviously talking about it.
He must do. He's doing so well.
Straight at the keeper. Kevin De Bruyne's shot was a good one.
Do you know
Keeper
what?
got that.
Yeah, we just that Cancelo shot. We just needed that to be Foden's one, just inside the post. Mahrez coming off for Jesus. Come on, Jesus.
Just like Diaz.
What's Mahrez saying to him there? Pep's not happy there. That substitution.
And a free kick for City. Jesus wins back the ball and a free kick for City. Instantly into it. That's what we like to see.
That's not even a question mark by Webster. Bringing Jesus down there. Ridiculous tackle to give away that to City. Can understand why he did it though.
They seem a bit. Oh, now this is going to be interesting. Morpay's on for Brighton. He's their little terrier. Most goals scored, no competitions for them so far. They're making a couple of changes here. Proper's gone off for Solly March. I didn't realise how many Dutch players Brighton have got. They've got Davy Proper. They've got Joe Veltman. Good little core of Dutch players. They're obviously Dutch players that are coming to the end of the tether in terms of decent players. You know, they've got a lot of good young players coming up in the world from the Netherlands. I tell you, one player I'd love to see a sign is don't know how to pronounce his name. Wijnal, something like that. He's a left back for AK Alkmaar, I think it is. How we pronounce them. Very talented young 20-year-old.
Is he got a spelling like WJID or something like that? Is it bizarre spelling?
WAJDAL.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Wijnal, something like that. He's a very talented young lad. But another one I'd like to see as a future prospect is PSV's right back, Denzel Dumfries. He's a unit of a right back, an absolute unit of a right back. We've got a lot of Dutch players coming up and running that I'd love to see in our team. There's Calvin Stengs, a right winger who can play left winger just as good. That I think would fit perfectly into this City team. Obviously, Malen. Of course, I'd love to see him in this team over Haaland any day. A lot of players that
different
would come
types
into.
of players, though, aren't they?
Pardon?
Is it Malen and Haaland are different types of players?
Yeah, well, I had this argument with Chris, and everybody started jumping on a bandwagon of Chris's, and I just gave up arguing the toss. So I'm not going to start that argument again. Everyone wants Haaland.
What type of player is Malen then? Tell me about Malen.
He's basically everything Jesus is, but he can find the back of the net more constantly. His work ethic, on and off the ball, is second to none. He can assist as well as find the back of the net. He's pacey. He's good in the air. He's just got he's the complete package. But it's just because he doesn't play for Dortmund and what have you. I'm not getting back into that argument again. But for me, everyone wants Haaland because he's scoring goals for Dortmund. I want Malen because we have to accept that Pep Guardiola is going to be our manager for the next 2 years. The style of play that City play under Pep, Malen would be suited so much better to City's style of play than Haaland would be right now. He's just a complete package, but it's just because he's not playing for a top team in like the Bundesliga or La Liga or Premier League or anything like that. He goes under the radar, and he's only 21 as well, so he's a little bit older than Haaland by like a year, if not even that. But he will become one of the best strikers in the world. Really will, no doubt about it at all.
That's a bold statement. It's a bold statement, sir.
And if I'm perfectly honest, I use Jesus as a reference. It reminds me, in fact, more of a prime Sergio Aguero. Very quick, terrier type, lethal on the ball no matter what he does. And he just gets into a lot of positions.
Yeah, the ball's been played a lot on this left-hand side, isn't it, where Jesus is, but every time he gets the ball, he's lost it. He's been out-crowded by 2 or 3 Brighton
players. You just said it again, he's just on the ball again, and he's lost it again.
We need to be careful here, City. We need to get that ball up that field, because again, he's lost it again. Crikey, come on. And a bad giveaway, free kick, that Bernardo. It's not right, that Bernardo. What are you doing about it? It's definitely a free kick, pal. We need to be careful here. Honestly, we need to get this opportunity away before they do. We need to get Jesus out of this position as well. It's doing no good for him.
It was a reckless challenge by Bernardo there as well. He just sort of lunged in without any conviction and just couldn't really stop himself.
Smile.
Ladies, I am here. It's Forrest Gump. What's that all about? Is that for your Instagram post?
For the socials. Gotta love the socials. Well, we're still on social media. Let's use it before we get kicked off everything. Fucking Facebook.
This is a record. This is what I used to do before I was banned forever. Bernardo for Brighton on the left-hand side. Dan Burn, who's more of a centre-back's filled in for left-back much of this season for Brighton, who's played very well tonight to stop the attacks of Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, and now Phil Foden, who's dropped over to the right-hand side. But City, 17 minutes plus added time left to play. On the knife's edge here, just won the ball back, João Cancelo there, but gives the ball away straight away to Brighton. Brighton, they're counting the chickens, the amount of times that City are giving possession back to them with loose clearances and poor passive of play. And if anything, I know 5 minutes ago we were saying the goal's coming, but for which team is a bit 50-50 right now.
Yeah,
great ball.
They're coming back into it.
Driving into the heart of the Brighton defence. He's forced to pull it back. Kevin De Bruyne can't keep it in play. It goes out for a throw-in on the near touchline. What are you saying, pal?
We need to capitalise on any sort of possession we get now, an opportunity. I'm still not happy with. I still think another change is needed. I still think we need to bring something else in. I think a bit of difference from Torres.
Yeah.
Would help. I'd stick Torres up front as well to keep Jesus on the left hand side.
If I'm being perfectly honest, I would get Ilkay Gundogan off. Play Bernardo Silva out on the right. Foden drop in to partner De Bruyne on the left-hand side of De Bruyne in that attacking two midfield. Bring on Raheem Sterling, play him out on the left.
Yeah.
Get a bit more pace up front.
Yeah.
Play Jesus up front and Foden and Bernardo Silva out on the right. The pace of Bernardo Silva and Sterling out on the wings and just allows Jesus just to get up front, get in behind if he can, and just knock the ball into the back of the net should the ball come through. And the camera's actually just panned to Sterling right now. He's warming up, not stripped down or anything like that, and he's looking kind of evil there. If you look at the replay,
oh, he does, yeah. He's probably like gangster, doesn't he?
Gearing himself up.
It'd be good to see him. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't think we'll see him today. You never know. We might do, but he could do with the rest, couldn't he?
Who's that, Sterling?
Yeah.
I was saying just before half time, it's interesting that he's not really been in the plans at all today, because I thought this would have been a good game for him to play. You know, maybe take Mahrez out the team or Bernardo Silva out the team, rest one of them two. But as of the moment, obviously, we're holding on. Never thought I'd be saying that at home against Brighton, that we're holding on to a 1-0 lead. Because in reality, we are. Brighton have had a lot more of the ball in the last 10 minutes and a lot of chances to find the back of the net if they can get that final pass right. But it's like you said, we just need to capitalise and find the back of the net. But again, it's like you said, we need that second change just to liven it up a little bit. It's gone a bit lacklustre up front, and there's not many runs.
Spot on.
Phil Foden forcing the ball back to John Stones. At least so far, touch wood, John Stones and Ruben Diaz have been solid again tonight. As Rodri gives the ball straight back to Brighton. Brighton have got 3 men against City's 4. I think Kevin De Bruyne is going to have to go in for the foul there. No, he doesn't, but Bernardo Silva just puts the Brighton man off, who's forced back on as far as Webster. Bernardo Silva wins back the ball, and a challenge by number 4, which is Webster, lunges into Bernardo Silva there, and it's a yellow card for Webster. It was a 50-50 challenge in respect, but Webster was not getting there before Bernardo Silva, and he just clatters into the Portuguese man. In fact, actually, it's Bernardo Silva's foot that goes over the top of Webster, and he goes down. So it was a 50-50 one in close view, but Bernardo Silva's come off worse. He's all right. He's back to his feet, but he's feeling it a bit. What do you make of that challenge?
Sorry, mate. I just received a message from Facebook, and I thought it might have been something to do with that, but it's I've been temporarily blocked for 3 days.
Oh, Brighton through. Great challenge by John Stones, I think. Ruben Diaz, one of the two. Brighton still got the ball, edge of the penalty box. Play it infield. They've got many men, Morpay. Out wide, Zinchenko with a great challenge, but it only finds another Brighton man, number 34. Ball whipped over. Dan Burn, instead of having a shot, he tries to pull it back, and it goes out of the penalty box, and it is offside in the end.
Right, I'm calling it. I want Foden off, and I want Fernandinho on. I want to secure this ship as quickly as possible. Fernandinho bring the level-headedness that we need to bring in, very much like Patrick Vieira used to do for us when he played for us. Give us the opportunity to push Bernardo Silva up front a bit more, Gundogan a bit more, and give us more attacking intent on the flanks. I think Jesus is useless on the left-hand side today at the minute, so we need to move him to the forward position. Let's make a couple of changes. Pep's not going to make any more subs for a while, is he? It was 77, 78 minutes.
Oh, the pass back to Ederson was well wide off the mark there, and the ball almost fell to number 30. Brighton have got more men in the penalty box. They're still on the ball, forced back out by Rodri, but they are all over us here. Ederson had to header that ball away, about a yard away from the Brighton attacker, who was also up in the air. Brighton are just all over us at the back, with City able to force them back to the halfway line. So where would Ilkay Gundogan play in your plans?
I'd play him just, obviously, him and Fernandinho as defensive.
What, and then play Kevin De Bruyne on the right?
Yeah, but let Gundogan move forward a bit more.
Be interesting. There's 12, 11 and...
We just need to shore up the shop a little bit. I think things are getting a bit too wayward at the minute, and we don't seem to be. We seem to be losing a lot of control in midfield, which we need to retain.
There they are on the right-hand side through Solly March. Jesus is beaten. Can't get past. Ilkay Gundogan with a great interception to win the ball back for City there. Well on point. It's forced down by Solly March, and it's a free kick to City. And Solly March kicks the ball away in frustration. Arguing with the linesman.
That's a yellow card by kicking it away like that. Silly sausage.
I don't think he might not get one, actually.
He's not getting one there, is he?
He should do in retrospect, because Raheem Sterling is coming on.
Is he? That's interesting. I didn't think you'd see him today.
And who's he coming off for? Am I right again? No, we don't know. We're going to take the goal free kick anyway before he comes on.
Who do you think he's coming on for?
Bernardo Silva. Ilkay Gundogan, sorry.
Do you know, I think with them having so much possession, I think that'd be a bad move. But, you know, who am I to disquestion Pep? Nice little ping forward by Ederson, that trying to get through to Bernardo. But it's Bernardo. It's useless heading it on to Bernardo. He's not a tall lad, is he? He wants the ball at his feet. Brilliant little one-touch passing between Cancelo, Rodri, Bernardo and Gundogan there. John Stones is running forward of the ball into the left side midfield. Bernardo Silva's got the ball on the left side of midfield, just adjacent to the penalty area. Runs inside, finds Rodri, sprays it while falling over. Rain must be horrendous there because there's spray coming off the ball and loads, which might account for a bit of sloppiness in City's play. Foden, Kevin De Bruyne on the right side. Kevin De Bruyne gives the ball away. Come on, Kevin, you're better than that. Johnny Stones wins it back. Well done, Johnny lad. Lovely little play by Foden, who loses the ball by falling down and slipping, didn't he? Did he slip there or was he tripped?
Yeah, more of a slip, I'd say.
Getting disappointed with Kevin giving the ball away so much. Maybe it's just because I hold him in such high esteem.
It's not been... Oh, it's Phil Foden coming off. Phil Foden for Raheem Sterling.
Come on, Raz.
Oh, Ben White having a little bit of a kick out at Foden there. Phil Foden was asking the referee what he was on. He's trying to play that. What am I supposed to go off, and tried walking across the face of the pitch, and Ben White just came and went, no, off.
It's a cracking. He was just showing the goal again by Foden. Brilliant that. Didn't even look where the net was.
He's had a good game tonight, Foden. He should be proud of that 81 minutes.
Yeah, very much so. So Brighton are all overs at the minute. They've not won in 8 games. We need to make the changes here. We need to steady the ship a little bit. Hopefully, bringing Sterling on. Will you play Sterling through the middle, or will you put him onto the wing?
No, play Sterling out on the left side and play Jesus up front. Just with the pace of Bernardo Silva and Sterling on the wings. Jesus just there to just hopefully tap something in. He's good in the air, is Jesus. That's one thing he doesn't get praise for. He does win a lot of headers. The right ball played in on the ground or up in the air, I'd rather have Jesus, and he's just won a header now and kept the ball in Bernardo Silva's possession. Jesus again running at the defence, was back out to Bernardo Silva. Ball played infield to Kevin De Bruyne, across the face of play to the left hand side to Raheem Sterling in the penalty box. Raheem Sterling tries the shot, hits the defender, wins back the ball, Raheem Sterling, but it's cleared eventually by the Brighton man. Only as far as Ruben Diaz, who controls beautifully. Over the ball to the top to Jesus on the right-hand side. João Cancelo. Jesus, Bernardo Silva, back to the passing play for City. No real hurry to get it up front. Just rather keep the ball. A few 1-2s with Ilkay Gundogan and Rodri, who then eventually plays it to Ruben Diaz.
It was tame shot that by Sterling, wasn't it? He was just laid back, just thought he'd try and pass it into the net.
Oh, he's through in the penalty box. Raheem Sterling pulls it back. He can't do enough and it goes out for a goal kick, sorry.
It was a nice little through ball that by... it's bad touch. Bad touch that by Sterling. Not a great start for him so far. Only been on a minute. Give the ball away in a lazy shot. Come on, lad. You're better than that. Let's have this. We need him to be at that absolute pomp best.
Credit to Brighton, though. It has to be said, they are giving us a game. A tough game at that.
Yeah, they are.
A lot of fans, including ourselves, would have probably predicted 3, 4, maybe 5-0 wins tonight. And I've seen it a lot on people's score predictions, but credit to them, it's only 1-0, and they are very, very much in this game still. That's why I completely agree with you. We need to find that second and just batten down the hatches.
Absolutely. Come on, City.
John Stones is forced to make a clearance as Bernardo was through out on the left-hand side. Pep's angry with his assistant coaches about Summit. He's not happy with what he's seeing. Can't really blame him. Team are a bit lacking in terms of, concentration, it has to be said.
Who, City?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're scraping this now.
Solly marches in acres of space here on the right-hand side. If we find a ball in, Zinchenko gets a vital touch, played off the Brighton man, and it goes into Kevin De Bruyne, who's just pushed off the ball. He's not happy here, Kev. He's walking straight to the Brighton man.
It's not a referee. Yellow card, that. Does Zinchenko look tired?
Not for me. I think he's been solid all night, Zinchenko. I think he's just being stretched. Brighton play a very stretched team in terms of formation. The wingers go very wide, and they get a lot of their attacking midfielders through the middle. But I don't think he's got the support in either Sterling or Jesus up front. You look at the right-hand side. The right-hand side tonight has had Kevin De Bruyne, Ilkay Gundogan, Rodri, Bernardo, Mahrez. In fact, the right-hand side for João Cancelo has had a lot of cover up front, and the left side's been more open than not. And I think Zinchenko's held his own. He's made a couple of good challenges, good interceptions and tackles tonight. And if he is tired, he has every right to be. Put it that way.
Got a cracking stat for you. Are you ready for a cracking stat?
Oh, I'm always ready for a cracking stat.
Sterling becomes the most selected player by Pep Guardiola in his managerial career, overtaking Lionel Messi. 219 places. 219 games. Wow.
Well, I bet he'd give anything right now to have 30 goal a season Raheem Sterling of last year right now, wouldn't he? He's been very quiet this season, Sterling. Do you reckon he'll find that same form he had last year?
Maybe back end of the season, mate. I think next season's we're going to see a different Sterling, a different KDB. I think there's a lot to be said about great interception that by Bernardo, by the way, giving away the corner, granted, but I think it was a great intercepted tackle. I think there's a lot to be said about having a pre-season and the warm up and the normal state of affairs. I think some players have adapted to it well and some haven't. So I can't really blame anyone for having an off season this season. I don't want them to be an off season, obviously, but I can't have a go too much at them. It's just a bit of a weird season at the minute, isn't it, for everybody involved in football?
Absolutely. The ball starts to be taken by Brighton here for a corner. Whipped in. Clearance by Kevin De Bruyne, who was the first man there. Ran out and just smashed it clear. Good clearance. 3 minutes plus added time left to play. City holding on. We shouldn't really be. We should be a good few goals ahead, especially the way we played the game in the full 90 minutes so far. Ball rebound, it cannoned off. John Stones out for another corner to Brighton. Touching cloth time.
I'm not feeling that worried, but I think we need to be a lot firmer than what we are. I don't, for me, we've got the talent to be able to keep the ball out. They need a bit of luck and a bit of a head away. But, for me, big heads now, City. We need to see what we're made of now.
Absolutely. Ball whips in, Ederson catches it gracefully and wins back possession for City. Goes down, just holds on to it. Graham Potter is not a happy man. He thinks his team should have done a lot better from them two corners.
Do you know what? I don't blame him. I think they've done fantastic tonight. And I wouldn't begrudge Brighton a point tonight. I don't think we've necessarily deserved to take the full 3 points out of this game today. I think they've done well, Brighton. I don't think we've gone out and smashed them. And it's a tough one, isn't it? It's a tough one. Yeah.
So that's a picture and a half from the goalkeeper.
So that's belted, that, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's a weird night in Manchester tonight. It's raining in Manchester today.
Yeah, what a surprise. Honestly, it's not stopped raining for 3 days, mate. That's not an exaggeration. It's genuinely. I've woken up, gone outside, come back in, I've done that 3 or 4 times in a day, and it's not stopped raining. God, old Manchester.
Confirmation: Phil Foden has won man of the match, and quite right too. Oh, Brighton breaking through in a penalty box. Ruben Diaz goes down, but Zinchenko's there to win back the ball for City. Tell you, he's been solid tonight. Bet you anything he don't get the applaudits he deserves tonight, either Zinchenko. He's been that quiet perfectionist tonight for me.
Done all right, hasn't he? And like you said before, I thought he looked tired before, but in reality, the positioning that Pep wants him to play, he's not a Cancelo type player. He's not got the tank that energy's got, has he? So I can see why he'd be left out of position. And luckily enough, we got players to cover for him. Great chasing back that by Jesus. We need more of that, please, City. We're hanging on here, mate. This is fingernails time, but we have got what it takes to hang on. But if we get another goal now, come on now, let's get another one. Come on.
Definitely. Ball over the top there. João Cancelo using every bit of his energy left. Doesn't get to the end clearance before the keeper's able to clear it. Zinchenko wins the header and wins back the ball for City again. Ball played off the referee, but City is still in possession, so he allows play to continue.
Oh, referee, fuck off out the way, you dick. Sorry.
Subtle as ever. There will be an additional 3 minutes only of added time. If we can see this out, it will be a very hard-fought 1-0 win. Unless we score a second or Brighton score one, but obviously, hopefully, that we scored a second. Having an argument with myself there.
No, we get another one, mate. We're laughing. We're cut and dry.
Okay, going on with a great turn. Raheem Sterling on the left wing. Just passing it between him and Jesus now. Jesus can't get past the first man.
Come on, Raz. Who's in the centre? We've got Kevin De Bruyne in there. Got Gundogan in there. Jesus does well and is knocked off the ball. Sterling's got the ball here. Come on, City.
Oh, Kevin De Bruyne! He's taken down!
Penalty! Absolute penalty. And that's a red card for the referee. A goalkeeper. It's got to be a red card for the goalkeeper. Not even a question. What a silly boy. What a silly boy that goalkeeper is.
And he was going nowhere there, Kevin. He should have let Kevin go through and just get back up to his feet.
Horrible decision that. So the throw-in came in.
He didn't get anything in the ball, did he? All of Kev's right leg.
The defender went to head it back to the goalkeeper. Too short. Kevin De Bruyne latched onto it, took the ball around the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper just took his legs. Millimetres.
Oh no, Raheem Sterling's to take. Why? We've got Ilkay Gundogan on the pitch. We've got Kevin De Bruyne on the pitch. Come on, Raz. He's standing over the ball. Steps up, right footed, over the bar.
That is not good enough. That is not good enough.
That hit the top of the second tier in the family stand, for Christ's sake. That was an atrocious penalty, that. There was no placement of that. There wasn't necessarily any power. It was just over. There was nothing about that penalty that gave me any satisfaction of what he was trying to do.
That was awful. There's no way you could defend that.
It was abysmal, wasn't it? Let's say you got Ilkay Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne are two best dead ball takers. And Raheem Sterling takes it.
Why is the goalkeeper still playing?
He's gone up.
Why is the goalkeeper still playing? How's he not been red carded?
Kevin De Bruyne. Brighton have still got the ball.
Jesus Christ.
Pristine up as far as I'm aware. Kevin De Bruyne pushes him down and still got the ball. Kevin De Bruyne plays the ball all the way over the top. And there's the final whistle. City see through. A very strange match, it has to be said. But hey, it's 3 points nonetheless. We move up to third position. Hopefully Fulham can do us a favour and keep us at third tonight. I don't see it myself. But either way, City, third place. Hard fought, 1-0 win. Should have won it by 2. Really should have won it by 2. But hey, another goal for Phil Foden. 81 minutes played for him tonight. Man of the match performance. City's top goal scorer in all competitions. He's going over to Raheem Sterling there and just saying, you know, all right, lad, it's all right. You missed one, and seeing down tunnel. I like that about Phil Foden. You can already see his leadership traits coming through. What do you make of that then?
I'm very, very, very annoyed. I think Raheem Sterling's gone backwards this season. Ilkay's on the field, German penalty taker. KDB's on the field, captain. Sterling is over the bar. I just don't get that. I think it's inexcusable. I think it's absolutely inexcusable that. I'm glad to. You know what? I'm glad to win. I'm glad to win. Obviously, brilliant. Glad we won. Obviously, fantastic news. But
imagine what you'd be like if it was 0-0 and he missed that penalty.
Oh, don't even. Do you know what? I've not had the best bloody afternoon as it goes, mate, with everything that's gone on. But that was. Well, anyway. We've won. Brilliant. Great. 3rd place. Let's not be greedy.
Absolutely. And, you know, we've got to give credit to Brighton. They gave us a game. Most teams in their position at the bottom half of the table.
Why is he on the field still? Why is that goalkeeper not been sent off?
I don't even think he got a yellow. I think it's because Kevin De Bruyne might not have been through on goal there because he kicked the ball further out of play before the goalkeeper touched him.
I think the last time Sterling took a good penalty was that one in the cup final against Chelsea. You know, top left-hand corner. That was a belter, that was. And he had a bloody missed that. That went in off the post.
And then the one before that, he was skied it, didn't he?
I need to calm down. This is not good for my blood pressure watching City. It felt like hard work. That felt like I've been on a 10k run.
What, with the whole game with everything?
10k run's easier than that. I could do a 10k run backwards compared to watching that. That was just hard work. Bloody awful second half. That I didn't enjoy 1 minute of that. Well, at least we won. Come on.
Yeah, it was a strange one because obviously we won it in the first half through some great play. Eventually, you know, Phil Foden that first half was exquisite. Second half, he continued it well. He dropped off in the last 5 minutes of his match. But quite rightly, man of the match. But yeah, the second half, it just became lethargic, sloppy on the ball. We were just more bothered about clearing it rather than creating something from our clearances. You know, just get the ball up the pitch and have someone run onto it, which isn't us. But hey, nonetheless, like you said, 3 points. Can't be greedy.
Yeah, no, come on. Yeah,
I'd rather win him with a sloppy 1-0 win than draw or lose.
Yeah, you're spot on. Who was your man of the match then?
Definitely Phil Foden.
Yeah, you're having that.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Kevin De Bruyne was up there. He dropped off near the end. He was giving a few balls away. Bernardo Silva deserves credit for his running. Most of the defence didn't really put a foot wrong, but they didn't really do much to be noticed tonight. Bar Zinchenko for me. Zinchenko had a really solid game tonight.
Yeah.
Winning a few things, especially in the last 10 minutes when we were under a lot of pressure from Brighton. He won a couple of headers and won a couple of challenges and kept possession for City with some good passing as well. So he deserves an honourable mention. And Ederson, it has to be said, he seemed a bit more weight than normal. Came out to claim a few more balls, especially from corners, and just looked a bit more commanding in his box tonight, which is nice to see.
I'd rather see Ederson take that penalty. Oh, I know. I need to cut. I'm not going to mention the penalty again. I'm not going to mention the penalty.
You'll do it.
It's a good job we've got Stones and Diaz. It's literally a good job we've got Stones and Diaz because who knows what. If this game was last season, I don't think we would have won that game.
No, not at all. Not even slightly. We'd have conceded in that last 10 minutes if it wasn't for them two. And Zinchenko and Cancelo, those two have been a nice little revelation this year.
Yeah.
As well as John Stones, obviously. But no, that game on form last year, we would have definitely dropped points tonight. Definitely.
That was hard. Right, where are we in the league? Sorry, I kind of tuned out with my anger before. Where are we in the league?
We're 3rd position with 16 games played with a goal difference of plus 12.
Yeah. Right, okay. So tonight are playing Spurs. Spurs are playing tonight. Who are they playing? Fulham, did he say?
Fulham, yeah.
Oh, Fulham! 18th in the league. They need the points. Fulham have drawn 4 and lost the last 1 in the last 5 games. Tottenham have won 1, drawn 2 and lost 2. So, you know, there is a chance. Come on, Fulham! Can Fulham overtake us then?
Spurs will overtake us with a 1-0 win, yeah. They've got a plus 14 goal difference.
Right. Okay, yeah, so they got a better goal difference than us. Okay. But
so a draw or a loss tonight would be brilliant. Because then also they would have played a game more as well.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
So fingers crossed, you know, strange things have happened. Fulham, Sheffield United beat Newcastle the other night when, well, actually, no, that's not a stranger thing. I think that could have been a 50-50 game. But, you know, it's football. We've seen dodgy scorelines before. Hopefully Fulham can throw one of them out for us in our favour.
Here. Well said, yeah.
And then nice 0-0 draw at the weekend between United and the Scouts. And we win our next game, which is against
Crystal Palace.
Oh, we at home?
Yes.
Oh, we've got a string of 3 games. This was one of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, so we play Crystal Palace on Sunday the 17th at 7:15 kickoff. Hopefully we'll be able to do our live stream on all channels. Who knows? Facebook, thank you for the Facebook gods for their wisdom. Honestly, mate.
Those companies in South Africa, what do they know that we don't?
Remember I said to you like a year or so ago, we need to be concentrating on YouTube. It's days like this that make me think, do you know what? Yeah, absolutely. Stressing me out for no reason. I've got a stressful job as it is. This is supposed to be fun. Bloody Raheem Sterling being a knobhead and skying that ball. Fucking idiot.
It's 3 points, mate. That's all that matters. I know he missed a penalty and it was a pretty atrocious penalty at that, but hey, it's 3 points.
It is 3 points. We did really well. Did I say we're not going to mention the penalty again? I did, didn't I? I just epically failed that.
You've mentioned it twice in saying that now, yeah. Never trust Tom Brunt with his word.
Oh, the league table's looking a bit tastier now, isn't it? So United got 17 on 36, Liverpool 17-33. We're on 32 points, played 16. Brilliant. Okay.
So a draw for United and Liverpool at the weekend.
Yeah.
A win for City.
Yeah.
We go a point behind United, or 2 points behind United with a game in hand on them.
Right, okay, so as it stands at the minute, I was looking at this the wrong way. So Spurs won the last game and Fulham drew the last game. Okay, smashing. So come on, Fulham, let's have some points tonight off you. And it's one of them, isn't it, I suppose, from their point of view. We'll see how they get on. Fulham's going to be a good bet. Fulham. Crystal Palace is going to be a massive game for us.
It's a tricky one. I'm glad we're at home, though. I never like going to Selhurst Park. I think that's a bit of an Ewood Park for us of old age. I used to hate going to Ewood Park and all, but yeah, that was a bogey team if there ever was one.
That's
Blackburn. I always got.
Yeah, that's a blast from the past, Ewood Park, crikey.
But yeah, Selhurst Park is a bit of a dodgy one. So yeah, definitely glad we're at home. I think we can see it out. Although Pep's gonna have to be on top. He's going to have to drill into the players tonight that were nowhere near Chelsea and United standards tonight, when they were lucky to hold on for a 1-0 win. I don't think he'll drill home to Sterling about that penalty miss, because any player can miss a penalty, but that was an astonishingly poor penalty. He's got a lot more experience than that. He's got a lot more composure than that, and he scuffed that. So I think he might mention that briefly to him. But they'll move on quickly, and you know, Pep, he'll clap them every minute, even if they do wrong in the previous match. So fingers crossed we can push on and get a big 3 points and hope for the best to other score lines around the Premier League this weekend.
So with our penalties, I'm genuinely mystified to who is our best penalty taker now. I just don't know, and I don't know who our best penalty taker is.
I liked Phil Foden when he took one not that long ago. But obviously he was off the pitch at the time we got ours tonight. I think he's a good penalty taker. Not seen enough of him to really judge him properly. Ilkay Gundogan's only ever missed one penalty. And that was last season or season before. He's missed one penalty for City and he's taken a few. And because he missed that penalty, he got hounded. You know, and he was dropped. And I think it was Mahrez, Kevin De Bruyne and Raheem Sterling who started taking them. But for me, I do think it's either Kevin De Bruyne or Ilkay Gundogan. They're our best dead ball kick takers. They really are. There's nobody that comes close to them two on the dead ball. But one player I'd love to see take a penalty is João Cancelo.
That's a good shout. Yeah, I
I think
like
he's
that.
got good composure. I think he's got the ability to pick out a position of a goal that he wants to aim for. His accuracy outside from long ranges, his shots is absolutely phenomenal. I'm surprised he doesn't do it much. Obviously, Pep would have drilled that into him to be a bit more passive. But no, I reckon João Cancelo would be a good penalty kick taker.
Yeah, no, I quite like the idea of that, pal. Yeah, I don't see. Do you know what? Why not? Why not? What's the worst that can happen? But also, what's the worst that can happen? That we're taking Ederson, let him take Ederson take one. Is it a disrespectful thing?
Keeper saves it. Defenders block Ederson making a run. Ball over the top. Opposition striker runs through. No one in front of him. Just keeps running. Finds the back of the net. That's the one bad thing about it. I'd love to see Ederson take one, but we have to wait for a penalty shootout before we even have a glimpse at that for me.
Right.
I won't want to risk it.
I think we're done in for the night, aren't we, pal?
Yeah, it's been a dodgy one, but hey, we saw it through.
Right, mate. Have a good night. I will speak to you tomorrow. Cheers, Blues. Thank you for watching, and sorry about the technical delays and no heads in South Africa, but hey, that's technology for you. Right, see you soon, Blues. See you tomorrow. Love you,
Take
lads.
care.
See you later, Blues.
Take
Bye bye. Cheers, Dan.